First and foremost, just very proud of our team's effort today. You know, we have a lot of respect for Coach Cannella, his staff, and his team. He finished off the season very strong with a couple great wins over Hofstra and Delaware. We knew we were going to have our hands full today, but I'm proud of the way that we responded at halftime. Our captains went in and spoke to our team right before we came out, and I thought our guys did a great job of just making some simple plays. They made it very difficult on us for the entire 60 minutes. But true to form, these guys have fought through a ton of resiliency and a ton of adversity all year, and we feel very fortunate to be moving on and to play for our first CAA championship.
Shane, big third quarter for you. What'd you see out there? And is it you kind of just your dodging was good, but you also kind of found the ball in some good places to make it
Overall, I think our offense just moved the ball better in the second half. And we just got some good opportunities, and we were able to capitalize on some of them.
Jack, for you, you said that your main goal, despite all the accolades, was to get past the first round of CAAs. How do you feel after this big win?
It's great. Right now, we got to focus on the next game also. So feels good. We're going to enjoy it for right now, and then start to get back to work watching this next game here.
How does it feel to get the program's first ever postseason win?
It's great. It's great for our program. It shows that we're moving in the right direction, and it's the next step in our program, and we look to continue that here in the next couple days.
You guys got to do that here at home, which is something new as well, and you get to continue this in front of a great crowd out there. Talk about being able to continue that here also for the championship game on Friday here at home. What's the crowd going to be like?
It was a great crowd today. Nice weather. You couldn't really ask for anything else. Hard-fought game. I'm sure the fans like that a lot also.
Coach or players, what was the message going into this game, especially playing a UMass team that has gotten help at the end of the year and coming off a CAA championship and all that experience?
You know, we've been talking to our guys about this all year, just about the playing to our potential. You know, we've been through this twice before, and we have great leadership. The two guys to my right, you can certainly start there with Travis Crane in the defensive end, Austin Cow, Tommy Lacrosse. I mean, we got some seniors and juniors who have been through a lot of heartache over the last couple of years, and I felt like maybe there was a little too much pressure put on today, and I think that's the way we played. Credit UMass. I thought they played great in the first half, but I thought we played a little tight. Lacked a lot of mobility in the offensive end. I thought you were taking some shots that were really ill-advised because they were just trying too hard. And I thought in the second half our guys relaxed, played hard, but relaxed, put themselves at ease a little bit, and got over the hump. You know, there's been no magic formula to this group all year. They've worked hard and they care an awful lot about each other. Our captains reached out to last year's captains. They wrote us a nice note, all three of them, Ryan Lake, Matt McCready's, Ryan McGarvey, and I think it really inspired our team coming into today about what their experience has been over the last couple of years, and about having no regrets as we go into this CAA championship this year.
How do you guys prepare for Friday?
You know, I think it starts right now, like Jack says. I hope they're going to just enjoy it for about a half an hour to an hour, go back, shower, you know, grab a bite to eat with their families, and then it's going to be more about rest. I mean, we're right in the middle of exams, so some guys are still studying for exams, so I think it's about getting those guys back so they can do their job there, and then just resting. I mean, we're going to need legs on Saturday, so X's and O's are basically irrelevant at this point to a certain degree. We're going to need to be fresh and then just go out and just play. I think both teams are probably going to just, you know, kind of rely on what they do best, hope to get to their strengths, and I'm sure both teams are going to try to take away each other's strengths. And so right now, as healthy and as much rest as we're going to get, I think that's better than anything that our coaching staff can tell these guys on a scouting report or game film.
Those face-offs looked a lot better in the second half. Steve Boger played a great game picking up ground balls off the face-off. Can you talk about his play?
I thought he was the player of the game. No disrespect to Shane. I thought Shane played unbelievably well in the offensive end, but just in terms of for 60 minutes, I thought we were really struggling in the first half outside of Stephen Bogert. I mean, he was a monster in between the 30s. off the wings of face-offs in the defensive end. He picked off a couple passes, picked up a ton of ground balls, and he was just consistent with his effort all year. He was exhausted when the game ended, and if I had to pick one guy out, it would be him in terms of his effort today, overall effort. So, I mean, he meant a lot, not just to our team, but certainly the face-off X. And then for Danny, and he seems to be doing this all year, struggled a little bit early, started, I think, get a little bit better read, and then, won 50% of his face-offs in the second half compared to 1 of 9 in the first half, and that really gave us the possessions that we needed coming in that last 30 minutes, which, thankfully Shane and Jack and TJ were able to capitalize on.
Switch in pace from the first half to the second half, or kind of grinded out first half, and then kind of much of the same in the second, but more scoring and success?
Yeah, I think it was sloppier in the second half than it was in the first half, and I think fatigue kind of set in on both teams. But I think we played at a higher pace. Certainly, I believe that we played at a higher pace, not than UMass, but we played at a higher pace in the second half than we did in the first half. I just felt like there was just a lot more energy in the second half. The first half, I just felt like we were a little too tight. And then the second half, I felt like our guys were a lot more energetic. They played with a higher pace. The ball moved a little bit more offensively. I thought we did a better job of getting the ball from our defense to offensive end. With a little bit more fluid. So I think it comes with emotions. I don't think there was anything that we said in that halftime room that had anything to do with X's and O's that changed it. It was more about these guys and their emotions and their willingness to compete and play and leave it on the field for the last 30 minutes.